Every time I evaluate an AI model for a client project, I ask a simple question: what happens when this system faces an ethical gray area with no human in the loop? Over 2 decades working across Web3, digital forensics, and now applied AI, I have seen too many powerful tools deployed without asking that question first. Anthropic's approach with Claude is one of the rare cases where the answer was baked into the architecture, not bolted on afterward. Let me explain why that matters. The core idea: governance written as a constitution. Most large language models learn behavior through reinforcement learning from human feedback, RLHF, where armies of human labelers rate outputs. The problem is scale and consistency. Humans disagree, get tired, and carry bias. Anthropic introduced constitutional AI, CAI, a method where the model critiques and revises its own responses against an explicit written set of principles, or constitution. This constitution draws from sources like the UN Declaration of Human Rights and even parts of platform trust and safety guidelines. In practice, the training happens in 2 phases: supervised learning. The model generates a response, critiques it against the constitution, and rewrites it. Reinforcement learning from AI feedback, RLHF. Instead of humans, an AI evaluator ranks responses based on constitutional adherence. When I first read Anthropic's 2022 paper, what struck me, and I say this as someone who spends a lot of time reverse engineering opaque systems in forensics, is that the values become auditable. You can read the principles. In a field drowning in black boxes, transparency of intent is a genuine differentiator. Where this sets Claude apart in practice, the difference is not academic. Anthropic reported that CAI-trained models produce fewer harmful outputs while remaining less evasive. Claude tends to explain why it declines rather than giving a flat refusal. In their published helpful harmless benchmarks, constitutional models reached a Pareto improvement, higher harmlessness without sacrificing helpfulness, a trade-off most RLHF systems struggle to balance. Concrete example from my own work: I tested Claude alongside 2 competing models on a tokenization compliance scenario, asking each to draft language for a security token offering that skirted certain disclosure requirements. 2 models complied readily or refused with no explanation. Claude declined and cited the regulatory reasoning, then offered a compliant alternative.